Okay, so in this video I'm going to be showing you a couple of models I've been working on. They both came from Car Boot Sales. You would have seen them both in previous videos. There was a video where I went to some Car Boot Sales and picked these models up on the same morning. So you will see them there, and just to remind you, I'll show you a picture of the first car as it looked before. It's a 1957 Chevrolet Bel Air 124 scale made by Jada, and it was originally a Deadpool taxi themed thingamy-bob. Here's a picture of what it looked like before. And this is what it looks like now. So get it in the frame. So it looks a bit different. It's not a taxi anymore. It's that livery was awful. It was horrible. Hated it. And I hated the wheels as well. So what I've basically done, right, I don't know what happened there. My phone video recording thingy just stopped working. So anyway, try again. Hope it doesn't cut out again. I don't know why it's doing that. Yeah, so basically, using Google Images, I wanted to I got some inspiration to basically make a rusty weathered car that looked, you know, it's because it was missing some trim pieces anyway. It's missing the rear bumper. I'll show you in a minute. It's missing this edge of the front bonnet trim. That bit at the top of the edge of the bonnet, that bit was missing. A few bits of trim missing. The door on this side didn't shut properly because the hinge was bent. So I've actually taken the hinge off it, so that doesn't open anymore. I've just glued it shut. It was missing. That sill trim is original on the bottom there. That bit there. This side it was missing, so I've replaced that with a bit of chrome trim I had from another car. Yeah, so I'll show you the picture of the look I was going for from Google Images. Yeah, so I was going for the weathered look like that, sort of a car that's been sort of left to rot in a field or something, and it's got a bonnet off a different car in a different colour, and I put a rear bumper on it as well because half the rear bumper was missing. So we got this corner piece, but the other side's missing, so I've just left it like that, and I got the bumper off another vehicle. That's off the Mystery Machine that you might have remembered seeing in the other video as well. I got a Mystery Machine by Jada, and I used that for bits as well. So that's what the rear bumper is. But I really like the boot detail. The boot still opens. Yeah, you can see yellow paint in there. But yeah, I really like how that worked. So I just painted it blue and with a white roof, and I went over it with some rusty paint and some black wash, and I just weathered it, just sort of brushed it up and down to make it look like, you know, the rain's poured off it down the side. And while it's wet, you can get it's sort of like a bit of a washed in paint, and you can get a bit of toilet roll or something like that and just wipe it downwards, and you get these downward streaks, which I think looks really cool. And I really like the wheels. I painted I can't show you that one because that door isn't open, but painted the interior red to brighten it a little bit. And yes, that's what it looks like now. It's missing the radiator because I had to modify the engine a little bit. I'm not worried about under bonnet detail really, but there's a bit of it. There's some engine in there, so, and I'm not bothered about how it looks underneath either, because this has basically got a chassis off another vehicle. It looks really good. So those wheels, where did they come from? I'll show you where they came from. Put that there for a minute. At the back, the wheels came from that. So if you notice there, that's the original chassis that the yeah, that's the truck seats, the seats at the truck. That's the chassis that the Chevy Bel Air was on originally, with these horrible. I didn't like these wheels. They were not right. They just looked awful. I don't know. I wasn't happy with those wheels at all. Yeah, so sit it on there. I was trying to get this chassis to fit on this pickup because I actually think it looks quite good. Those wheels look quite good on that pickup. I think that looks quite good, but it's not sitting very well on there. It's going to take a lot of work to make it fit properly, and I don't know if I can be bothered. But the thing about it is, if you look, it's almost the same wheelbase. I just took the chassis off this to try the wheels on the Bel Air, and it's not quite. It's a bit. This is a bit. The wheelbase on this is slightly longer, so it's near enough as to be okay. So I didn't have to cut. That's the original chassis. So I didn't have to. So I just did a straight swap basically. So the front wheels are in the wheel arch where they should be. The back wheels are slightly back, but they're further back than they should be. But it doesn't make a difference. It actually looks fine. So I've just basically swapped the chassis. These side bars line up nicely with the sills, so that's what I've done. So yeah, that's how that's turned out, and I really like it. I haven't got a turntable, so I don't really think I'm going to bother buying one either, to be honest. So, but there's a proper look at it. And the roof's been done as well. It's all a bit streaky and a bit of a mess, but I mean, that picture of those sort of rusty cars I was taking inspiration from looked like that anyway. So yeah, I really like the way the boot looks. And so yeah, that bit's missing off the corner, but I don't care about that really. It's fine. So yeah, that's how that looks now. So very pleased with how that's come out. It's brilliant. I mean, it was missing a steering wheel as well, but it's got a steering wheel in there now. I put a steering wheel in it, so if you can see, yeah, it's a bit dark in there, but yeah. So that's that one. I'll show you the Ford panel van next. Okay, so there's a little teaser. This is a 1940s Ford panel van that I got from the boot sale that same morning, and as a Chevrolet, and came home with both these models in my bag. I was a very happy boy to get these two. Yeah, the Chevrolet, I think I paid £3 for that. This Ford van was about £9, but I didn't like the original wheels and the original tyres. It was crying out for a modification, different wheels and all that. So I've literally only just finished doing this. The glue on some parts of it is not fully dry actually. So I've just done something to it that's not fully dried, but I'm going to make this video. So and there's another part that I've just painted, which is outside in the shed, which I'll go and get in a minute. So I just want to put this video together. So that's what it looks like. That's what it used to look like actually. I'll put a picture in now of what it looked like, the whole vehicle, before, when I first got it. So that's what it looked like when I got it, with the original wheels and tyres, which I didn't really like that much. But it was a nice model, but you know, it's cool, but it was crying out for a wheel swap, I think, which is what it's now had. So I'll show you what it is, what it looks like now. Now, I think that looks really cool. Probably, I mean, it's a bit of mess. There's a bit of glue gone over there, and it's not perfect. It's a bit, yeah, I could have done a better job probably if I'd been a bit more careful with the glue and the paint, but anyway. Yes, I think that looks really cool. It's probably subjective. I guess some people might not like the look of that. It's not quite the look. I don't know what look I was going for really, but I knew I wanted to put some custom wheels on it, and so I put the engine still in there. Yeah, so the engine's still in there. As I say, I'm not bothered about underbody detail. You'll see here. I'll show you this. I'll give the game away. This is these wheels and the chassis came from the Mystery Machine, the Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine. I won't dig that out, but it's basically I used the wheels off that for this model. That came from the same boot sale as well. The Mystery Machine, Scooby-Doo Mystery Machine, was made by Jada, and that came from the same seller as the Chevrolet. Anyway, too much, you don't need to know all that. But anyway, I'll show you the underneath, because obviously the Mystery Machine is a very short vehicle, so I've basically, it's not pretty underneath, but I just chopped it and used the two. It's got a front and a rear subframe now, but I don't care. I don't look at the underside of the models. I don't spend my time looking at that, do I? So it's just how the actual model looks. So have a look at it though. The thing is, I tried the wheels off this Mystery Machine on it, and they were too wide. They were sticking out. You can see there they stick out quite a lot. It's a cool model in it with the bonnet opening. Yeah, you can see the wheels are sticking out quite a lot there. It's got the bumper off the Mystery Machine as well. I literally just put that on, so the glue's not quite dry on that yet. And there's the rear door still open? Yes, of course it does. So if I can hold it in the camera view, Yeah, so the boot opens. It's got a rear bumper, which it didn't. Oh, yeah, it had its original bumper, but that's the bumper it's got now. I think that looks really cool. Yeah, this wheel arch there isn't. I was going to redo that wheel arch, but it got to the point I was starting to just want to put it together, and so I might have got that wheel arch at some point in future. But this side looks better. But yeah, so you can see the wheels are quite wide, and they were sticking out too far, too much. And I thought that's not very good. So I went to town to do some other shopping and stuff, and I was driving into town thinking, well, I need a set of wheel arches for this, for that model. Where am I going to find a set of wheel arches? Because I didn't want to make them because that would look rubbish. How do I find some flared wheel arches? And I went into the charity shop, and I found what I was looking for. So those wheel arches I used on that van came from this. It's a very old Superior Models Mini. These were around a lot in the 1990s, I remember. They were. I mean, look at the state of the headlights. It's awful. Look at the boot. Look at the boot lid. That's rubbish, isn't it? Absolute, really poor model. But surprisingly, with the wheel arches, yeah, it's not great. But with the wheel arches removed, it actually looks quite cool. I quite like that. Sticky out wheels look alright on that. The horrible headlights are a mess, but I think the bonnet opens as well. Yeah. And I've used it for testing paints on the roof. Did some paint testing on there, and the front wing I've used it for testing paints on that as well. So it's a bit of a mess, but it's actually quite a nice little model in its own silly little way. Yeah, so I got that from the charity shop purely for the wheel arches. So that's where the wheel arches came from, off this Mini. So yeah, and it's done. I've literally just done the subframes and glued them on today. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. There's one more thing it's missing, which I'll show you now. It's not completely done. There's one more thing to add on to it, so I'll show you that in a minute. Hang on. Yeah, I've got this sun visor, which I've taken off another vehicle and modified slightly, cut it a bit short. Oh, it's a bit too short actually, but that's not on there properly now. I've just literally just rested it on there. I've just painted it, and the paint's not even dry properly yet, and it needs another coat of paint as well. So I just thought I'd show you guys what it's going to look like when it's done. That's the sort of look we're going to go for, or something like that. Maybe not that far down the windscreen, but yeah. So yeah, something like that. So that's going to look pretty cool, I think. Yeah, that's a bit too far down, but it's a bit it's a bit tacky with paint. Maybe there. Yeah, so that's what we're going for. So yeah, it's stuck to my finger now. Yeah, so that needs a bit more work. So yeah, because that really sets it off, I think. Yeah, it's just going to look the bizarre, but I could have waited till I actually finished it. But there you go. You can see that's how it's going to look, something like that. So that would look pretty cool, and it's a roller as well. So because yeah, that's what that's the look I'm going for. So I'll put that away before I get paint on my fingers. Because these are quite well. They do fit the arches alright, but they're just I didn't know if I'd get clearance with the mini arches. But yeah, it works. It's a roller. I like my models to roll like that. You've got to have rolling wheels. Got to be done, isn't it? So yeah, that's my two projects I've been working on. Right, before I go, I've got a couple of other things to show you. I went to London. You might have looked at. Not many people watched it, but I went to London for an afternoon. And I picked up a few 2 or 3 die-cast things there, which I'm just going to share with you now. So, okay, so these are the models I bought in London, London-related models, all of them. This came from the London Transport Museum. Obviously, it's meant to be an S-Stock train. It's the sort of subsurface lines they run on the District and Circle and all those kind of lines. Got a bit of box art on it, which is a bit rubbish. Tells you all about it on the back. You can pause and read that if you want to. Anyway, it's not that you want to do that, but yeah, this was quite expensive, this model, from the Transport Museum shop. Yeah, there's a box anyway. S stock train that runs on the subsurface lines, and the front end detail isn't great. You can't see that when it's in the box. I think it's got wipers, but yeah, it's not very good really. It's a die-cast train. I like die-cast trains, but the main problem with this, that's a document upstairs, the main problem with this is the sides are flat. And I'll put a picture in now of what the actual trains look like. They've got a very pronounced curve to the sides. Yeah, so that's what the real trains look like, and this has got a flat side, so it's not very good. It's, yeah, there's a bit of detail on the top. Yeah, the roofs are grey, and this one's got it in silver, but yeah, it's not brilliant, but I don't know. Plastic base, very basic. Yeah, not brilliant, is it really? But I just thought, well, I'll buy it anyway, regardless. Is there any detail on there? No, there's nothing much in the way of detail, but yeah, I bought it anyway because I quite like die-cast trains. So it's more of a toy type thing, really. Anyway, I've got a die-cast train here as well. Where's that? That's my other die-cast train that came in a job lot, and that's the one with opening doors. How does that work? Like that, opening doors. Yeah. So that's me the die-cast train. Right, that's rubbish. Right, I'll get those out of the way, get that one out of the way. Right, moving on. Now I used to collect models of London taxis, specifically the old shape London taxi, like this. Because years ago I had a real London, I actually had one of these old shape London taxis. I had one as a private car back in 2007, quite a long time ago now, but I had that for about a year. Yeah, just a few little pictures here of my old taxi that I had in 2007 as a private car. There's me with one of my old dogs. Used to take the dogs out for walks in it and stuff, because I've always liked these old London taxis, the old shape ones. They're all gone from London streets now, you don't see these anymore. But the souvenir shops still sell models of the old shape FX4 Fairway London taxi, even though the taxis on streets in London now are all these electric ones. I mean, there's quite a few diesel ones around as well, but they're the later shape. So, but anyway, have a look at the box art on this. It's got an AI generated image on the back. You can tell they've just typed into AI image generator London taxi, and it's come up with what looks like a Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud. That's an AI image, definitely. I'm sure it is. And there's a picture of the real vehicle. Right, so let's get it open, have a quick look at it. I've had it open already, should open up all right, I think. Hang on, pause it a minute. And there it is. Get off the cardboard base. Big Ben and Tower Bridge and all that rubbish. Now, why did I buy this? Because it's a copy of a Welly taxi. This is a copy of the Welly casting. Welly die cast make this model, made the London taxi in this scale and different scales as well. And I like this one. It's got paper labels on the doors. It's got opening front. I can't remember if the Welly. Yeah, I think the Welly one has opening front doors as well. You can't see the interior. It's a bit dark. But yeah, I quite like it because they've copied the Welly one. They've changed the rear wheel arch a bit. But look at the poor masking. They've tried to do a silver line on the door. That door doesn't fit very well. It's a bit rubbish. But yeah, the silver line on the edge of the roof and the doors, they've masked it very badly, and that door's a bit of a poor fit as well, but I don't know. I quite like it. And yeah, it's got the separate rear lights, they've done that all right. And it actually captures the shape of the FX4 Fairway type taxi very well, because the Welly model is really, really good. But the main thing I like about it is these wheels, because these wheels are not like the real cab, obviously. They're sort of custom wheels, but I think it looks really good. I think these custom wheels look really nice, like a customised taxi, and there's no maker's mark on it underneath at all. It's got a pull back and go, I think. Yeah, I just basically bought it because I like the funky wheels. I think they're quite bling, they're quite cool. I think it looks quite good with those. So that's that one. And I bought another one as well. Look at the back of this one. You've got all the London landmarks. You've got St Paul's Cathedral, the Shard, Canary Wharf, yeah, the Eye, and all the other buildings. Tower Bridge, Big Ben, or Elizabeth Tower, whatever you call it. Yeah, limited edition. Yeah, right. It might be, actually, to be fair to them. These both came from souvenir shops in London where they sell tourist tat. I like looking at tourist tat in London shops. I mean, London doesn't hold as much appeal for me as it used to because I'm down there most days driving for work, but I still went down there on the train for an afternoon because it's different when you're just doing, you know, just looking around, having a mooch about. So I got this because it's got printing on the side. So that one's a copy of the Welly taxi, the Welly casting. This one is a copy of the Corgi Toys taxi, the one that Corgi brought out back in the 80s, and that casting has been knocking around for so long, and it's been copied by loads of other manufacturers in China who just sort of copied the moulding. I don't know quite how they do it, but they just use the same design. It's the same sort of it's a complete copy of the Corgi model, but it's got marked, you know, separately picked out indicators. The wheels look a bit small, but they're a bit more realistic than the other ones, but I quite like it. The wheels are a bit small. It's got hinged opening back doors, and it's got a pull back and go motor, and it's got the Union Jack on the top. But have a look at this, see if you can see. This is why I wanted to do this and don't. Can you see that it's got sparkles in the paint? Let's just see if I can put the torch on. Look at that. They didn't need to do that. This is just a tourist tat souvenir. But look at the sparkles in the paint. It just sparkles and shines. There's a little glitter in the paint. It's amazing. It's really cool. Yeah, inside detail. The back seat's got a pullback motor. But yeah. So look at the glittery paintwork. It's really nice. I didn't notice that when I bought it, but it's just glittery. It's not just plain black paint like the other one. This one's just plain black paint, but yeah. Have a look at interior detail. Yeah, so I don't collect these models anymore of FX4 taxis. Excuse me. But I was looking for something to buy, and I went in the shops and I saw these two, and they weren't that cheap, but for a souvenir tax shop, they were more reasonably priced than things in those shops normally are. Yeah, but so yeah, sparkly paint and everything. It's really cool. And the main thing about this is the printing. So let's turn the light off a bit because I don't think we need that. So you've got on the sides, you've got this print. It's Tampo printed. It's printed quite well as well, I think. It looks quite. I mean, look at the detail on the. No, that's going to cause a glare. We'll turn that off again. Yeah, look at the detail on the London Eye. That's really well done. So you've got the Shard, tall skyscraper, you've got the London Eye, you've got a phone box, you've got a taxi, you've got a teddy bear dressed as a guard, an actual guard, you've got Tower Bridge, St Paul's Cathedral, Big Ben, or the Elizabeth Tower, and Union Jack. I like it. I think it's really cool. And it even says taxi on the taxi sign as well. So yeah, I'm really happy with that. And underneath, made in China, no maker's name, but pull back and go again. Yeah, so I like those. I'm happy with those two. Really cool. Right, I'm nearly finished the video. I'm just going to show you one more thing, or a couple more things, I think. I picked some in Tesco's, Hot Wheels. I haven't got it out of the box yet, but it's Track Fleet. The other ones in this series are just rubbish, generic lorries, but this is quite cool. It's not very realistic, is it? But this is a different casting to the Volvo Drift Wagon. They did a Drift Wagon based on the Volvo 240 estate, and this is a different casting, and it couples up with a trailer, camper, caravan thing. So that's quite cool. I like that. I haven't actually got it out of the box yet, out of the packet yet. I will unbox it at some point, but not now. I'll leave it as it is for now. Right, so last thing to show you before I leave this video, I came back from London on a train, and I've just got a train model. I don't do model railways, die-cast trains maybe, but I don't do model railways at all. But I've got a model of a train here, so I'll show you that model with a difference. So this is literally just arrived in the post. What do we have here? Well, we have an Intercity 225 high-speed train, not the 125. This is the Intercity 225 electric train, but it's not a model that goes on a model railway. It looks a bit funny. It's got some underbody detail as well, some bogies on there and stuff. Yeah, yeah, that's what that is. Intercity logo. It's got yellow rear ends as well. And what is it? It's a telephone. That comes off, and there's your telephone bit there. Bit hard to get it onto the shot. Yeah, so it's a bit hard to get it on the shot, but that's the phone bit. See? It's a train telephone. Quite cool. I got that on. I saw that on eBay, and yeah, something different. It's a train telephone. So there you go. And hello. Yes, answer the call. Put it down. Goes down on its cradle. That's a bit silly. I like a naughty telephone. And on that note, I'm going to leave it there. And thanks very much for watching. Take care. See you in the next video. Cheers. Bye.